right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you a daily horoscope for August 13th, 2020. It is Thursday, Thor's days, right? Thursdays are Jupiter days. Jupiter up there in Capricorn with Pluto and with Saturn. Okay, Pluto is creating a perfect square over there to Mars today. Cardinal sign Capricorn to cardinal sign Aries. All right, Mars home in Aries, Pluto in a comfortable place in Capricorn, I suppose, transforming and changing the rules, changing how we govern ourselves, changing government, changing the laws of the land, okay, and how we are defining our individual laws, okay, how are we defining our boundaries. Very important, as this is going to be tested over the next several months here, right? How are we creating our boundaries? When we break it down, oftentimes toxic relationships are a lack of personal boundaries and self-respect for not upholding those boundaries. You know, it's kind of funny, but it often is what, entails. Anyway, so boundaries, personal boundaries is a big theme that's coming up here. All right, we've got a grand fire trine happening now between Mars and Aries, the sun over there in Leo, and the South Node in Sagittarius. This is going to happen throughout the 22nd. Okay, I talked about this a bit in the monthly horoscopes if you check those out. This is exciting energy, the fired up energy. Okay, Mars is saying active, let's move forward. You know, there is a point to being patient, there's a point to stopping, there's a point to waiting. Then there's also the time to act. When do we act? When do we take the next steps? Okay, so this is saying, look, now is a great time to take action and to remember the energy that we're feeling right now, because in another month or two, when Mars retrogrades back, it's going to be a very different feeling, and it's important for us to take note on how we feel in these times of feeling amped up, of feeling courageous, of feeling that yes, I can attitude. Okay, 2 months time, it's a very different feeling. Okay, so embracing this fire trine right now, embracing this yes, go get them, personal cheerleaders of our own lives. And if we're living into a place of authenticity, we've got Venus down here in Cancer. Venus down there in Cancer, right? This is about love and emotions. We want the emotional connection. It's not just physically what's going to happen, the material goods, the things like that. It's not just a mental game, but it's an emotional. We want to emotionally connect, and no matter what it is that we're doing in life, if this is a career, if this is a partnership, our friends, family members, we want to connect emotionally. And if we can't connect emotionally, it becomes very challenging. All right. So we're fired up, taking the opportunities when they arise. Okay. Thinking too, the yes, I can attitude. Now, the square today between Pluto and Mars. Okay. Both planets are about action, right? Mars, action, moving forward. The hand grasps one foot in front of another. Pluto is active, action through transformation. Okay? Transformation. So we're actively seeking a transformation. We are actively doing this. We're no longer waiting for someone else. We're no longer waiting for the other thing to come tell us it's time. We're no longer waiting for somebody else or something else to tell us when to act, when to respond, when to move. We know. This is our intuition calling us. It is time. Something has to change, right? We want to move to a sustainable life. Something must change. And we'll figure out whatever that is as this goes. Where the moon here in Gemini today, forming a septile to Mars, okay, is about information. It's about information, and we govern our lives. We govern our lives based on knowledge. Okay, we're born with the sins of our parents. They say that. What is that? That's the idea, the ideology that our parents have. Some people are born and raised, to fear people that are different from them, to fear strangers, to fear going to the dentist, to fear police officers. Some people are raised that these people are here to help you, that the police officers are here to help you, that the dentist is here to assist you, that other people that you encounter in your life are here to help you along your way. Okay? These create two very different human beings. On one hand, everyone's here to help you, to assist you in your life. On this is to be afraid. There's fear. Unknown of what the stranger wants. What is their angle? Why are they helping you? Why are they hurting you? Whatever it is. You know, the cop's pulling you over. You've done something wrong. I've been pulled over once before because something that was tied down on my roof wasn't secure as much as I thought it was, and an officer told me, hey, you might want to take the service drive. You know what I mean? Ah, fear. Now people could comment a million different ways on that. Yeah. Anyway, it's about perspective, okay? And we have this idea, this concept of right or wrong, and we have to change this. This is actively seeking change. Now here, I'm going to throw something, I'm going to throw a stick into the spokes here. You know, in the story of Jesus, in Christian Bible, Judas plays a very important role. Judas, the betrayer, right? But if Judas didn't betray Jesus, his story tells us, then Jesus wouldn't be the Jesus that he is today, or the story that is Jesus today, right? So in the master plan of God's creation, infallible, and everything happens and goes according to plan, and this is the way, then Judas was supposed to do what Judas was supposed to do in order for Jesus to be who Jesus is. So Judas didn't do something wrong. Judas was a part of the plan, a master plan that you and I, have a harder time seeing because we're in on it. You see what I'm saying there? So when I look at the moon here in Gemini, with all of this energy that's going on, it's up to us. We have the choice. The Sun and Mercury and Leo, Mars and Aries, taking our own action. We have the choice in how we choose to perceive something, how we choose to look at something. And these building blocks that we've created in our lives, and we say, yes, this is it, and this is life, and well, my parents told me it's this, and my parents told me Santa's real, and that the tooth fairy's real, and this, and then I found out that those things were not true. But I understood why they told me this. I understood why they shared that lie with me, is to spark a feeling, to create this magical feeling. As the world does with many other things, many other stories. Okay, so either way, we tell ourselves things. We hold grudges on people, on employees, employers, exes, family members, whatever. We hold grudges, and with Venus in Cancer is, it's like, hey, this sense of forgiveness, unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness is who I want to be. Because I'm not the same person. I made stupid mistakes years ago, right? And I'm not going to make those same mistakes again. So it's really unfair for somebody else to look at me as a person in the past, right? As well, everything changes. This is Moon and Gemini, our emotions, our things change. We're not the same people that we once were. So when it comes to beliefs or ideas, right? This is the Einstein wave and particle theory, and I love talking about it here, because if this group of scientists who only saw waves didn't ask the scientists who only saw particles to look for the other thing, and if the scientists didn't take that opportunity to try to see something different, we wouldn't have science as we know it today. So it's super, super important. Whatever's going on today, we're feeling fired up. We've got this energy to make change, to create change in our lives. We're being presented and emotionally with new information coming in. And how we're choosing to respond, Eris, again, Mars, this is a conjunction to Eris, okay? We're only a degree off. Pluto, only a degree off of this square to Eris, okay? So this is how we deal with information. How are we choosing to deal with it? Is it anger? Is it frustration? Are we kicking and screaming? Are we running away? Are we embracing? Are we being compassionate and empathetic? Yeah. Either way, a lot of new changes are coming in place, right? And look at this. As we move forward a little bit, we get that grand kite. Boom, right there. There we go. So now we have, the base here is about foundation, creating, moving forward, saying yes, releasing knowledge that no longer serves, moving forward with new knowledge, saying, yes, I am able to receive this new knowledge. And of course we have, this is technically happens on Friday morning, but the sextile now between the sun and the moon, Mars and the moon, and then the grand trine, and then the opposition here from the moon to South Node. So there's a lot going on. I know, as soon as I get behind the chart, I love to show you just every little detail, because it's like you never know. And when I'm doing these in nature, it's so different. I'm going to find a way to balance them appropriately, so I'm not overwhelming you when I look at the chart. Either way, overwhelmed, too much information. Ah! All right, that's our day. Too much information, how we choose to deal with it. All right, handle it like a boss with all this fire energy. That's how we're choosing to handle it. All right, so have an amazing day. We'll see you tomorrow.